It looks like I'm gonna need a new SIM card pretty soon. Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'm just getting set up to make my breakfast this morning. I'll just use this knife. I cannot find my spatula, so I'm going to go ahead and just use what I have. It's a beautiful autumn morning. Autumn. We're in November. Just changed over to November. Yeah, I guess we'll get started. The butter. That's right. Butter's already in here. That's what I was kind of looking for. Was looking for the ingredients and all that. Remembered I put it all in here. Try to keep everything out of the water by keeping it in bags, but I failed at that part. I'm going to have to dump some of this water out. A first aid kit. I've always got one on hand. This chair sits a little bit lower than my other chair. I'm used to sitting up a little bit higher. I might have to get the other one out. This is a nice comfortable chair that I just picked up. But it's a little bit too low. It's a very comfortable chair. Just a wee bit low. I'll use my Ozark Trail chair is a little bit nicer, sits up a little bit nicer. This is definitely a comfortable chair. No doubt about that. Okay. Well, yeah, here, bug. We don't need you. Okay. The striker must have gone out on this, so I'll just use the little burner that I have. You don't need too much heat for the bacon, otherwise it'll start popping all over the place. Grab my other one. Thought maybe that could come off, but oh, it does come off. It's pretty neat. Titanium cookware. Pretty cool stuff. I'll just use my bacon this morning. Oh, you know what? I think I do know where some tongs are. Possibly. At least I thought I did. did. Get my tongs to see if those will work. Keep my garbage in one spot. I didn't want to start cooking this morning so early because the bacon really puts out an aroma that could attract bears and stuff like that, and they're usually out really early in the morning. If they do come out, they're going to be out early. But so far it's been a very peaceful morning. No worries about bears and stuff. But from the videos that I have watched, they do roam around really early in the morning. I also brought some trout, or some salmon, not trout, but some salmon and some tilapia. Later I'm going to make some tacos. Yeah, this one sits up a lot higher than the other one. The other chair. Suppose I could use this as a plate. One thing about bacon is it cooks quick. It goes quickly. Keep it turning so I don't burn it on one side. Ooh. Yeah, see, if you leave it for too long, it'll burn on one side. About that, you can't turn your back on bacon. And since I don't like my bacon overburned, overcooked, I'm going to take these ones out. They have already reached the max. I'm going to turn it down. The little burner works good. See if I can fit a few more pieces on there. I like bacon. Yep, that's good bacon. especially when it's cooked a little bit slow. If you watch my videos, you know I like cooking my bacon. I cook bacon in a lot of videos. Cheers and salut. Salut. Yeah, that's a better temperature. It's not so hot. Because bacon doesn't take much to cook bacon. Doesn't take much heat. That sure smells good. That's like perfect temperature. I was going to charge something else, but I'm going to use the sun right now to charge this charger. Oh, you know what? I could probably charge my phone a little bit. Get the bacon grease going so I can throw my eggs on there. And then I'll cook up some of that sausage. I've got on low heat right now. It's just cooking so nice. Thanks for being with me today, guys. It's gorgeous outside. Beautiful morning. Got some eggs and some bacon, some sausage. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. Got the old wilderness cabin out. Wilderness adventure cabin. And it's just a beautiful Friday morning. You can hear all kinds of noises going on around. I have some more of this bacon while it's still a little warm. Wow. A little bit blackened, but it's good bacon. Yeah, for sure. Delicious bacon. Oh, a lot of squirrels. There is definitely no shortage of squirrels around here. And chipmunks. Those little guys like to wake up the whole forest when you come around, when you wake up and come outside. They are already at your doorstep. I had them messing around under the truck, and I must have parked over one of their holes. I wanted to do some fishing later. Sounds like so much fun. Of course, I'd like to be out in the boat too, instead of fishing off the shore. Yeah, that bacon's good enough. Doesn't all have to be chewy. It can be crunchy, but or not. Doesn't all have to be crunchy. It can be chewy, rather. Just enough bacon grease to cook my eggs. I think I got it turned down pretty good now. Look at that delicious bacon. Catch that bacon grease that's left on the bacon. Woohoo, that thing popped. That thing popped. See, it just doesn't stick around. I can't get enough bacon in the pan long enough to enjoy it. To look down and say, oh, I got bacon. I use that stuff up. And I am not a one-handed egg person. I have to have both hands. When I crack open my eggs. I don't want any shells in there either. Let's go. Let me see if I can get one more in there. Yeah. Oh, those eggs look so good. These are great for the garden too. Throwing in your garden. Or in a compost pile. You can also throw them in your chickens, and they'll get the eggshells. So that'll be good for their new eggs. I used to do that for my racing pigeons. Eggshells, seashells, along with their grit. It all helps. An old tradition my family started a long time ago, racing pigeons. A little bit of parsley. If it's open, it's not open yet. But my grandfather and my uncle both had racing pigeons throughout their lives. And they took it quite seriously at some point in their life. Got into the racing end of it. A lot of trophies. Used to import birds from Belgium. So they had some nice birds. I got some videos I'll have to edit in and show you guys my grandfather's pigeons that he used to have. These aren't just normal pigeons, these were racing pigeons, homing pigeons, but they're a racing breed. He didn't race them after he got older. He just kept them for a hobby. I'm going to attempt to flip these eggs with a fork. Or I could use the other end of that spatula too. To at least scrape it up. Get it up off the... There we go. That's just a squirrel. I don't think he's going to want to eat any bacon and eggs this morning with me. He's just running from tree to tree. Running along the ground, making a whole bunch of noise. I'll show you guys these eggs. They're coming along pretty good. I did kind of mess up this one, but that's okay. When I flip it over, it'll flatten out. Looks like my battery's going dead on one of my GoPros and the SIM card as well. So I'm gonna have to get out both a battery and a SIM card. Let those cook for a minute. I'm gonna taste my bacon. So good. Oh my goodness. That bacon is just so good. I usually use these little fire plugs for my fire starters for starting my campfires. They work pretty good. I don't know if you can see them, they're just these little pellet looking things soaked in petroleum or something. Called fire starters. 24 pieces in each one, but they're pretty cool. Or I'll use these too. A little disclaimer, I'm not being sponsored by anybody. Get the bacon grease around these eggs. Oh, they look so good. This time I put parsley on my eggs. I love parsley. It adds such a good flavor to your eggs. I know you probably can't imagine parsley would add much flavor, but it is pretty dang good. Yeah, it's just barely cooking, because if I cook it too fast, it'll just burn. The bottoms will just burn. Open up this sausage and get a few of these sausages going. Maple cured bacon or sausage. You can almost just take the bacon grease and go around your eggs, and instead of flipping them. Here we go. Look at that. The bacon grease will just cook on top of those eggs. Boy, it's a bright sun. The sun is making a statement this morning. Wow. Very beautiful morning. Perfect morning for cooking bacon and eggs. Change out this SIM card real quick. Don't need any flies. It's supposed to get up in the 60s today. Maybe even the 70s from what I was watching on the news. I'm going to try to move these eggs around so I can get some. What I'll do, I'll use a spoon. Use the spoon. Helps cook on top. There we go. Got 5 pieces of bacon left. Boy, that sun is bright. I probably should have had it at my back. What is that? Oh, just a big squirrel. It looked like a bigger animal. It was jumping on from the ground to a log over there. But the way it was looking, it looked like a bigger animal, like a possum size animal, but just a big squirrel. That's cool. There we go. Get that bacon to cook a little bit more on top. There's some flies out right now. You're out here, flies. We don't want you around for breakfast. I don't want to crack my yolk open. Over, it'll flatten out. Looks like my battery's going dead on one of my GoPros and the SIM card as well. So I'm gonna have to get out both a battery and a SIM card. Let those cook for a minute. I'm gonna taste my bacon. So good. Mmm. Oh my goodness. That bacon is just so good. I usually use these little fire plugs for my fire starters for starting my campfires. They work pretty good. I don't know if you can see them, they're just these little pellet looking things soaked in petroleum or something. Called fire starters. 24 pieces in each one, but they're pretty cool. Or I'll use these too. A little disclaimer, I'm not being sponsored by anybody. Get the bacon grease around these eggs. Oh, they look so good. This time I put parsley on my eggs, and I love parsley. It adds such a good flavor to your eggs. I know you probably can't imagine parsley would add much flavor, but it is pretty dang good. Yeah, it's just barely cooking. Because if I cook it too fast, it'll just burn. The bottoms will just burn. Open up this sausage and get a few of these sausages going. Maple cured bacon or sausage. You can almost just take the bacon grease and go around your eggs, and instead of flipping them. Here we go. Look at that. The bacon grease will just cook on top of those eggs. Boy, it's a bright sun. The sun is making a statement this morning. Wow. Very beautiful morning. Perfect morning for cooking bacon and eggs. Change out this SIM card real quick. I don't need any flies. It's supposed to get up in the 60s today. Maybe even the 70s from what I was watching on the news. I'm going to try to move these eggs around so I can get some. That's what I'll do. I'll use a spoon. Use the spoon. Helps cook on top. There we go. Got 5 pieces of bacon left. Boy, that sun is bright. I probably should have had it at my back. What is that? Oh, it's just a big squirrel. It looked like a bigger animal. It was jumping on from the ground to a log over there. But the way it was looking, it looked like a bigger animal, like a possum size animal, but just a big squirrel. That's cool. There we go. Get that bacon to cook a little bit more on top. There's some flies out right now. Get out here, fly. We don't want you around for breakfast. I don't want to crack my yolk open. Hoo. Little bit of bacon grease on the jacket. And it didn't crack my yolk. Perfect. That's a perfect egg right there. Didn't crack my yolk. Go away, fly. I'm gonna have to take my jacket off here in a few. It's starting to get a little bit warm. Let's get the top cooked out. That one broke a little bit. That's okay. I'll catch it before it does too much damage. I don't want too much bacon grease on my jacket. Work with me, eggs. Work with me. You know, I done messed it up by using a fork. That's okay. These eggs are done anyways. Ooh. Ooh. Goodness gracious, this is good looking. Eggs and bacon. I just messed up that one. Well guys, looks like I'm gonna have a few scrambled eggs in there. Kind of messed that one up. It's alright though. It's all going to the same place. I wanted it to look a little bit nicer. That was a weird sound. Alright guys. Some delicious bacon and eggs, and I'm gonna get the sausage on there. Get out of here, bug. Boy, they flies. They sure love eating with me. Save the rest for later. I'm actually going to put this stuff back in the fridge. The cooler, my little fridge cooler. Before any more flies visit me. Some weird sounds. I can't tell if they're bigger animals or what. Keep that on. Keep the ice on it. Let it tickle. I'm gonna go around real quick. Take you guys with me for a second. And just look around. I'm gonna cover up my bacon and eggs and for the moment while that cooks. While the sausage cooks, I keep the flies off my bacon and eggs. Take you around before this battery dies. And just take a look. Oh, it's turkeys. I don't know if this GoPro will pick it up. There are turkeys crossing the road. Way over there. Maybe you can zoom in. Way down there at the end of the road, there's turkeys. Maybe that's what I'm hearing. I know I'm hearing squirrels, that's for sure. Those little buggers are everywhere. It's a bunch of turkey just ran through there. Just want to walk around while that's cooking real quick and just get a look around me real fast. Look how beautiful these campgrounds are. Owned by Tim Ness. My stepbrother. From many years ago. Beautiful land. This is a slope that goes down into like a valley where the mountain comes down and then it goes down to the lake. I took the drone up and looked at this whole thing. There's the lake is this way, and there's a cove that runs this way, out this back part of the land, way back there though. And I've taken the boat back there to a certain point of the cove, and then it's all real shallow. But you can, if I just walk straight through here, I'd walk right to that lake, right to the cove. Probably gonna take me about a half hour. Beautiful setup he's got here though. 4 campgrounds. Should say campsites. 4 campsites. But I kept hearing noises going on back here, and I want to come check it out real quick. Because this bacon and eggs is pretty dang strong right now. I'm smelling in the air. All kinds of stuff falling from these trees. I like to come here. This is a nice place. I know it's right next to the road, but it's so beautiful. Acorns falling from the trees. Maybe we'll get the drone up in the air after a while, and wish I could have gotten those turkeys for you a little bit closer. I can hear the sizzling of the sausages, so I guess we'll go back over here and turn those over. I think that's enough for one guy. Don't you guys think? It's so good. I love maple cured sausages. Gorgeous, gorgeous autumn colors. The one that I really liked seeing this morning, I gotta show you guys, is bright, bright yellow. Look at that bright yellow tree. She's so beautiful. Just sticking here in the middle of all these orange trees, and orange colored trees, I should say. All these oaks. She just stands out. Bright yellow tree. Gorgeous. There's a few of them back in here. There's a gorgeous one right there. Beautiful cedar tree sitting there. Little baby cedar tree. Yeah, it's beautiful. Missouri Ozarks. We'll just keep them on this one side for right now. Give them a little bit of space in between, maybe that'll help. Pretty neat having those turkeys right there. Would have been cool to have the sound of turkeys too. We got a dead battery on the other GoPro. Not good. that SIM card got that thing hot. Huh. GoPro 11 battery. It swelled up and it got real hot. It's swollen. That's not good. I'm not going to use it again. We heated up this camera pretty dang good. GoPro 11. GoPro 11 batteries. I can hardly touch the bottom of it. It's so hot. I don't know if I need to take the SIM card out, put it back in. Sometimes that does help. That happens in my computer sometimes. You don't put the card reader in right, it'll heat up. You take it out and put it back in and it won't heat up. So we'll give it a try. The thing about these GoPros, they're very sensitive. They're such compact little cameras. It doesn't take much to heat them up. See, that slid in really good. If your battery is not going in very well and not coming out very well, I wouldn't use it. I got enough batteries. I can throw that one in the recycling bin. I'm gonna let it cool down for a minute. Keep it in the shade. That battery is it's swollen. I doubt I'll be able to get that put back in there. Something must have busted on the inside from being heated up. Boy, what a shame. Oh well. It's a shame because of how much these things cost. When you have to replace batteries, if you don't buy them one at a time, you usually buy them in a pack. 40 bucks. 40, 50 bucks for a package of batteries for the GoPros. Yeah. At least I have more. I just have to get the other ones out. You know, I even use the GoPro 10 batteries for the GoPro 11 and the GoPro 13, and they work just fine. Sometimes the battery will just do that. I know my foot's going to be a little bit cold, but this titanium, it's still warm. As long as I keep it covered, it should be okay. I turned up the heat a little bit on these sausages, but I don't like to cook my sausages too fast because I want them cooked thoroughly. Pork sausages. You need to cook that pork all the way down through it. Gorgeous morning. I love vacation time. I work full time, so I like to take some vacation time, at least get some movies, get some videos going. Otherwise my work will consume me to where I don't have any time. I hardly have any time to do my YouTube videos. And I don't like that. I like to have more time. Get out in the woods and enjoy. Otherwise I'd have a whole bunch more videos out there for you guys. Which I'm trying to work on. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Hope you like watching the videos, and I'm gonna be doing a lot more. I mean, I just picked up a yurt and a couple other hot tents that I want to get set up and show you guys, and I'll go through the whole setup with you guys because I haven't even set them up. I saw them online and I purchased them. one at a time, and I haven't even set them up in the backyard yet. So we'll go through and set them up together. One is I believe it's a 13-foot yurt, and it's a tan colored. And I also have a dark green yurt, a larger dark green yurt. And I got the dark green one for the fall and winter. They're both set up for a wood burning stove, and I have that wood burning stove also. It's like a miniature one. And so I'll probably use the four-wheeler to climb the big hill that's on my property. And once I get to the top, I'll set up camp up there. So that's probably going to be hopefully coming up to one of these weekends in the future, right? Pretty close, pretty quick. I want to get it set up before the snow and the winter sets in. I mean, we're at November 7th, and so if I can get set up before our first snow blizzard or snowstorm, that'll be great. Then I'll be able to set it up after that in the snow. So at least I can learn how to get it set up right when when it's nice and clear. I went and got some a bunch of they're like a canvas type tarp for awnings, sleeping underneath and stuff like that, for outdoor camping. But I'm gonna set those up also so I have a little more coverage in case it rains and stuff. My brother did that when he set up his yurt. He had a nice canopy over the top of the front of his yurt, and looked really nice how he had it set up. I have it in one of my videos. But if you haven't already, if you've enjoyed the video so far, and if you enjoyed watching my other videos, it really helps to hit that like button. It helps the algorithms to share my videos more and get them out to more people. And leave me a comment. I love reading comments. I love to respond to the comments. I'm curious how you guys feel about my videos, and I haven't been at YouTube for very long, so I'm still learning all the in and outs of it. So if you guys want to leave me a comment, that'd be great. Especially my family members that watch my videos, leave me some comments. I love comments. Also going to do some hiking and stuff in the future this fall. I like to get out in the fall too, because when the leaves fall off the trees and you can actually see through the woods, and it just makes it for a really nice hike. You can see what's going on a little bit easier. But I've got a few wood burning stoves that I'll take with me and set up in the yurts. I've also got some really cool, I've got a dome tent that I want to set up. It's really, really neat. It's like a stealth looking dome tent. Really neat. I'll show you guys. We'll set it up together for the first time. I mean, I could be setting these up in my backyard, and I might set up a few of them in my backyard to see how to set them up. But they're pretty big, so it'll be a fun thing to do. A fun challenge, set up these tents and yurts. Been waiting all summer to get out with my wood burning stove, and so it's going to be fun. I'd also like to go out to the Missouri River and do some fall catfishing. I haven't been around the Missouri River in this area of Missouri, so I know that they are north of us, but I've been really wanting to get out on that Missouri River. It's pretty wide and pretty big, so I'm gonna have to find a spot where I can at least set up a camp, where I can set lines overnight and wake up in the morning and see what's on the line. I like to do that. We used to do that as kids. I grew up for a number of years in Virginia on Smith Mountain Lake, and I'd set up my trout lines at night or during the day, and they would be loaded with, like, I'd have a catfish on there, or the line would be broken. But every morning I'd wake up and run down to the dock and see if I had anything on the end of the line. It was the funnest time of my life, growing up on a lake. I've got a lot of stories about that, about those times. One of the stories I had, I ran down to the dock to go catfishing and carp fishing, and just to see what I could catch as a 12-year-old kid. But I was laying down on the dock on my stomach, and my head was looking in the water, looking down in the water, and the ramp was on my left side, and I was laying down and just looking, and I had my line in the water with a great big old dough ball. That's how we caught the carp, the dough balls. And the carps were huge in that lake. And for the first time in my life, I saw a blue carp during spawning season. And so I always try to catch the blue carp. There was a blue one, there was an orange one, and there were gold ones, and there were black ones. But I was laying down on my stomach, and I had that line. And I remember seeing a massive carp head. I mean, to a kid, a massive carp. This carp was huge, and it just sucked that ball in. And I remember it turned. It didn't turn fast. It turned slow, and it just pinned my hand to the dock, because I had it tied off on the little tie-off hook, and so it pinned my hand to the dock, and then it snapped the line off. And I just remember how big that carp was, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how easily it snapped that. And I'd go to the store with my mom, and I'd tell her, I need bigger test line. I need the bigger line because it keeps snapping my line. And back then, I think I was using trilene or strand. But yeah, it was great times when I was a kid growing up in Virginia. I'm really thankful to my mom that she let me grow up in Virginia on that lake. Back then, Virginia was a lot different back in the 80s. I think it was 85, 84, 85, if I'm correct. We used to go fishing for carp all the time, and you can say what you want about carp fishing, but when you're a kid, and that's what you have to fish for, carp and catfish and bluegill and small bass, hey, that's heaven. That is heaven. Ooh, that burned. Got popped on my face a little bit. That sausage. I'm gonna have fun cleaning this pan. I'm gonna have to use a fire to clean this pan, because it's pretty baked on there. Get away from me, bug. Don't land in my food either. I'll end up eating you. I don't want to use that one for the baking grease. Whew. That burned. That got me right on the face. I can probably take it off the burner now and eat it. I think they're cooked. What do you guys think? You think they're cooked? I'm gonna have to clean that lens. I got the lens dirty. Sorry guys. I'll have to edit this out. If my lens is all messed up, you'll be able to see it, and that's an annoyance. There we go. Clean lens. Much better. There you go, guys. We'll just edit that part out. I'm getting ready to eat my breakfast now, finally. Maybe we'll just put these sausages on top of the eggs and it'll reheat them up a little bit. Show you guys my breakfast for this morning. Delicious looking breakfast. I already started drinking my splash too. Tropical blend. Mmm. Mmm. That's good. That's still a little hot. We'll let that heat up that egg a little bit more. Well guys, I'm gonna finish eating my eggs. I'm gonna go find my other batteries. I'll get back with you. That is so good. Nothing like camping in the woods. Well guys, that's going to do it for this video. It's a little bit short, but I had a great breakfast this morning. And what a great, beautiful day. A beautiful autumn day. Not too cold, and it's in the higher 60s. And anyways, just wanted to say thanks for watching the video. I hope you subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. It really helps out. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.